In today's video, let's compare Perplexity AI versus ChatGPT. First, we'll talk about how these function as search engines, as a kind of competitor to Google. And then after that, we'll talk about, how we can generate content and other code and all sorts of things with these tools. So I'd just like to talk about search first of all. So search is just when you need some information, right? Often people use Google for this, but nowadays that's changing. I think people are using more and more ChatGPT and Perplexity. So for me, I use ChatGPT. You can just do this like / and then search. So I think this is better if it's just something really basic, you just want a quick answer. Instead of going to Google and trying to find, searching through different websites, you can just ask something very simple, like, what is the capital of Denmark, let's say. The cool thing about this is even if you have bad spelling and stuff, then it will pick it up, right? Unless Google sometimes gets confused with that, but you can just go like that and it will know exactly what I'm talking about. So it just searches the web and changes my thing to what is the capital of Denmark, and then I get my answer, right? So you can see here, I just get a few sentences like this, and then I get my answer, right? As soon as fast as possible. So that's what I really like about ChatGPT search, right? I get my answer super fast and quick. So for Perplexity, what I use this more for search is when I have I want to get some different sources, right? So this is a good example of when I use Perplexity search. So give me a list of the best AI tools for creating videos. So in this case, I don't want just, one website. I want different resources to help me out. So I can also use this social feature, and this will search Reddit, or I can go for the web as well. So I'll go with the web this time and see what we get. So you can see this actually gave me quite a detailed table and key features. So super cool that I get all of this information, right, just from one little question I got. You can imagine trying to find this stuff from Google. It would take you hours and hours. So really good for researching or something a little bit more in depth. Then I would go to Perplexity. So you have to think about what it is you're actually asking for, what type of thing you're actually searching. So you also get videos here. You can watch different videos and images if that makes sense for your query. So let's talk about generative AI. That's where we actually generate text, right, for our own purposes. So for this, I'd generally be using ChatGPT. I think it's the best all-round tool. So whatever it is you want to say, write me something, summarize a text, whatever it could be. In my case, I write a lot of blog posts for SEO, so we could do that. We also have different models here. We have GPT-4o, right? It's usually good just for everything, like whatever the case may be. It's so powerful, has so many different things. I'm sure you've used it, and all these other ones, they have O1 preview, right? So I have the Plus plan, the ChatGPT Plus, and I can do extra things like create my own custom GPTs, and I can also use this one, GPT-4o with Canvas. So this one is more if you have something that needs more steps, right? So if it's a really complicated prompt that you want to get through, it's a task with many different steps, then that's when you can use either of these two. And this is ChatGPT Canvas. So this works kind of like it'll work with a preview of what the output is. So let's just actually type this in here now. So write me a blog post with 7 best AI tools for video generating with AI. So I'll just show you how this works now. So you see the preview mode came up in our canvas, right? So it's actually just writing the whole blog post for us like we wanted. And the cool thing about this is you can actually edit this. So it's like you can just go like this. Let's say I don't want deep brain AI. I never even heard about this one. So let's change this one, Just all I need to say is that edit, and it will just change this text here. Okay, so this time it actually didn't change it. So it's like, I'll say something better. Change this to another tool. I need to be more specific, I think. So let's see how this changes. Right, so we changed to Hey Jen this time. And it's simple as that, right? So super easy when you're creating content. That's what I really love about ChatGPT. It's just getting better and better. And to be honest, for me, it's worth the Plus plan. I think it's worth paying for stuff like this, that, it's just really, really powerful. Speaking of blog posts, I'm also using this tool called Journalist AI. So ChatGPT can give you some good output, but this one gives you a lot better output in my opinion. So it goes through each of the tools, you get some extra information. You do all this automatically, right? It creates everything with one prompt. You just put in your keyword and you get your article. So you also have this feature here where you can edit this stuff as well. You can add, keywords, add links. So If you want to add a link to your website, you just click like this and it'll find, internal links or external links to add. So this tool was built specifically to write blog posts with AI. So that's why I really like this. So if you want a discount code, you can use the code Connor10 and you will get a 10% discount on your plan. So back to Perplexity AI, I don't use this one for content generation because the main reason I don't use it is just not as good. And if you're on the free plan, you can't choose the model, right? For me, I like to choose Claude 3.5 Sonnet. It's probably the best model for writing. So if I can't choose, then it's not so good. But if you pay for it, then you can actually get the model that you want. So let's actually paste in this prompt here, the same one we did with ChatGPT. So for this one, you want to click focus and writing. So it'll give you the best article possible. Okay, so we got our article here. It's pretty good. Quite similar, to be honest. One thing I noticed, they are often quite similar, but we don't have that extra feature that we can just highlight stuff. We can ask follow-ups to change if you want to say change this part or change that part. That's pretty cool. Another new thing that they have is these spaces, right? So this works kind of like custom GPT. So we'll have to talk about that as well, custom GPTs. So when you're on the Pro plan with ChatGPT, you can use these custom GPTs, right? So if you have any processes that you need to do over and over again, then you can just create a custom GPT to say, okay, let's just do this every time. And you can also do that with spaces in Perplexity. So what I do is use it for YouTube thumbnails. So often I want to get ideas first of all. So it's like you're a YouTube thumbnail designer. So I've just put in save my own prompts that I would use quite often, and I can get new prompts and new results. So it's just simple to use. Just need to add your own spaces. So that's a super cool feature of Perplexity. To be honest, I like ChatGPT a little bit more than Perplexity AI. I just think it's just better at one thing that's very important is scraping information from the web, and Perplexity often hallucinates a good bit, so it won't give you the right answer, and that makes me quite frustrated because I need things to be factually correct. That's just the most important thing. So the other tool that I use a lot is Claude AI, so that's another one that you could try out. But between these 4 tools, these are the ones that I use the most, right? I use Claude AI often if I just need to go back and forth or even write something is very good. I use ChatGPT for so many tasks, nearly just your general tasks. That's the tool that I use. And then Perplexity, sometimes just a search if I'm doing some research, is very good. So don't forget to check out Journalist AI down in the first comment, and thanks for watching.